Kol Halal, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of the Great Millstone. And I'm going to be doing that follow video that I was talking about in my last video. So this is, I'm just going to tell you guys a story. I haven't done one of these videos in a minute, actually. So I'm going to tell you guys a story of a sign that I saw at work. And for those who don't know, man, when you're walking in this truth and you see certain numbers, you know, they have a lot more meaning to them. All right. I know me and my brother, we look at receipts and stuff like that just to see if we see some type of spiritual numbers and stuff. Hey, it's great. You know, and it's another way just to praise the Lord. Because whenever we do see one, you know, we always say, "Kol Halal, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai." You know, we give him praise to the Most High for showing us that sign. Because look, man, every single thing happens for a reason. The Lord shows you certain things for a reason, man. You know, and they're little boosts in faith. It's amazing. It's beautiful. You know, so we got to give thanks to the Lord for that. Even like if you're doing something, right? Let's say you're doing something and you don't know if it's the right choice. Sometimes you'll just see one of those spiritual numbers, and that's just confirmation. You know, it's a beautiful thing, man. It really is. It's awesome. Like, for example, me and my brother were catching an Uber, and we started talking to this lady about you know, her heritage. You know, we're trying to bring her into the truth. Well, you know, the Spirit had us you know, give us some information, right? And we couldn't really tell, but because she was a confusion of face. She was actually from Gad. She had Native American blood in her. Yeah, and it was on her father's side, I believe. You know, so she was actually from Gad. So, and she looked like an Edomite. She looked like an Edomite, you know? But that's confusion of face for you, you know? It's not about color. Now, at first we were kind of hesitant, but as we started talking, we saw, I believe it was was it a 144? Or it was something in Psalms on the back of a truck that was driving in front of us. I forgot what the verse was. I'm gonna have to ask my brother just to make sure, and I'll probably put it in the description once I find out. But yeah, it was basically confirmation. When we saw it, we was like, oh, well, all right then. Beautiful, you know. It shows you signs, man. Now, what I'm gonna be talking about today is the sign that I saw at work. Just this past Friday, I believe. Yeah. So at work, everybody was supposed to be getting off early because it's pay week this week, and everybody was pushing extra hard, and literally everybody went home, except because I work in a warehouse, you see, and you know we load up trucks and stuff like that, and we unload trucks. So as I'm done with what I'm doing, I head out. I'm starting to head out, and my manager calls me over. He was like, "Hey, can you unload this last annex truck for me?" So I'm like, you know, all right, cool. It'll probably take 30 minutes extra. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, a little bit extra money never hurt nobody. So I'm finally done with that annex truck. I do it, you know, knock it out, and I'm getting ready to leave again. My supervisor, he tells me to check door 31, because it's 29, 30, and 31 that the annex trucks come in. Okay, now trucks coming from the annex to unload things to be that they can't fit in the main building. Okay, because we have two buildings, so they'll bring stuff over from the second building to the first building once we clear up a little bit of room and load up the majority of the trucks. They come at the end of the day. Now, I don't usually unload the annex trucks. It's another person who does it, but he left early because his ride left early. So it was only me and the loaders, and the loaders were already rolling the truck. So I was doing it by myself. Now, as I was leaving, he told me to check door 31. Like I said earlier, I checked door 31, and boom, another damn annex truck is right there. Right? So I was like, oh, damn. Now I'm gonna have to stay here another 30 minutes. Because, I mean, like I said, a little extra money ain't never hurt, but I was ready to go home because I saw everybody else go home, I wanted to leave. Now, this annex truck, I had to do that before I left. So I'm unloading it, just a usual annex truck. But there were the very last, the last two pallets that I had to bring out of there. Because every pallet has a store number on there. The very last two pallets that were on there, it was store 1444, and I was like, whoa, call hello Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, right? And it was a beautiful thing because they were the very last two on the truck that I had to do by myself. Nobody helped me, And usually when I do the annex, I mean, not the times that I have done the annex, there was somebody usually there helping me. This time there was nobody there helping me. I was like, oh my goodness, like a sign just for me. You know what I mean? And like I said, remember, there are no coincidences, man. The Most High knows every single thing. He makes every single thing happen. Everything that happens is for His will. And it's a beautiful thing that those were the last two trucks. But here is something else that I wanted to tell you guys. Those last two pallets, sometimes the pallets, they're extra heavy, and the lift that I drive, sometimes it just, I don't know, is pretty hard, to get it out. Especially because it's at the back of the truck and the trucks are slanted. And sometimes, they're shrink wrapped, and that paper, and not the paper, but the plastic that wraps them is hella sticky. It sticks to itself, but it also sticks to the walls of the truck. So you can just imagine with friction alone, it's really hard to get out of there. Now, these two pallets, I didn't have any problems getting the other pallets out, Thank the Lord. The water Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. But these last two pallets, they gave me hell. I was like, I had to whip it like to the side and to the side. I put the thing on full rev. I still couldn't get out, But after a while, you can even smell the burning rubber on the tires inside of the truck. It started getting a little bit smoky in the truck as well. And I couldn't even back out. I back in with the forks into the truck to pick it up, and then I just drive out normally, right? I couldn't even drive out normally and leave the pallets behind, and get maybe another lift with better wheels or something. I couldn't do that because it was, I don't know what the hell, I just could not move. But, after some finagling and some time, I got one pallet loose, right? I was able to bring that to its right location. And the second pallet gave me hell as well. Even more hell than the first, which was weird because the second pallet was there. So there wasn't anything, like, there was more room, I thought it would have been a lot easier, but it wasn't. It was just as hard, even more so than the first, So I was like, damn, ain't this about a bitch? 1,444 store number, and it's giving me the most hell. What type of shit is this? I was kind of mad. I was like, damn, because it took me like an extra 15 minutes to get these two pallets up out of there, and that I would have been done with like half the truck by then, But it got me thinking. After I was done with those pallets, I was like, I know I saw them for a reason, but I started thinking, like, the verse just came to me through much. You know what? Let me get it. Where is it? Hold on, Slack it 1 second. All right, so lucky if I'm blind. So this is Acts 14:22. This is the verse that came to my mind. Through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. And look, there's Acts 14, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we Salakia, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. And true words have never been spoken. Man, that's nothing. Get a stuck palate ain't nothing compared to the tribulation we're going through. But it was symbolic. It was hella spiritual. I was sitting there. I was like, dang, that's a crazy sign. That is a crazy sign, man. It also showed me because I was happy. Let me break it down like this. I was happy to see that 144, the 1,444. You know what I'm saying? The store number, but the 144 was in there. I was super happy to see that. What are the odds? It was just me by myself doing the truck, and there were the last two pallets there. It was I was like, wow, what a way to end this off. And then when I found that they were stuck there, I kept on thinking to myself, wow, what a way to end this off. Like, I was pissed. But it was also a reminder of the bitter and the sweet. I was, it was sweet seeing the sign, but to get it out of there, to make it out of to make it out of Jacob's trouble, it's gonna be bitter. Okay, Jacob's trouble is bitterness. Knowing that most of the people are gonna die is bitter. It was just it hyped me up. It really did. It was a bad sign, man. It really was. It was a bad sign. The sign was so nice. Oh my goodness. And I'm using bad as slang here. Like, it was going to the etymology of the word bad. But anyway. Now look. This is Matthew 24:13. I'm gonna start up a little bit. Here we go. No. I'll start up. Yeah, I'll just start up. I'll start up at 3. No reason not to. Or, fuck it. I'm reading the whole thing. So lucky for that. And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to shew him the buildings of the temple. And that's just basically show, right? And Yahushua said unto them, see ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. You see, look, man, these rumors of wars is also bitter. The war is bitter. What good comes out of war? Death and destruction. That's bitter. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. And all these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay, that's just the beginning. And we're in that time right now, man. We are in that time right now. And that's bitter. Verse 9. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. That's bitter right there, man. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. And many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many. And